Our key defining factor was premised on the fact that we wanted to start the journey looking at how globally reporting has evolved and changed, which is in line with our own corporate objective to have enhancements in our annual corporate reporting framework. In financial year 2017, Sunway REIT decided to start the journey of integrated report. However, we were not overly ambitious. We consciously face the journey, which allows us to focus on certain areas each year while continuously review and improvise the process on a year-on-year basis. We have completed 4 cycles of integrated report, and I must say each year we find ourselves with new refinements and enhancements due to the changing needs of the market and business landscape. We no longer focus on historical reporting, but application of forward-thinking process to showcase our relevance in a differentiated basis. In addition, we factor in the following considerations which embody on our overall IR journey. We redefine and intertwine the mission, vision, and purpose of the organization. We also cater a broad spectrum of stakeholders as opposed to only investors. We foster integrated thinking in the organization, and above and beyond statutory reporting, focus on quality instead of quantity. Our biggest challenges would be changing behavior and foster integrated thinking amongst employees in the organization. This requires a mindset shift between basic reporting to long-term value reporting. With that in mind, we step up our governance framework by getting buy-in from the board and employees, as well as embed corporate scorecards with adoption of integrated reporting and annual improvements in our integrated reporting as part of the performance objectives. Another challenges would be identifying meaningful value creation and embed a thoughtful decision-making process. How we overcame this is by establishing what is material to stakeholders and integrate as business targets, as well as identify gaps and how best to report them with deeper discussion on the resolution. One of the other key challenges would be creating holistic connectivity and disclosure. We have to be very mindful on concise reporting with the adequate balance between transparency and competitive data. The other challenges would be data availability and resources, and by that, we will have to set aside a budget, a plan, and engage experts to evaluate the gaps and use of business intelligence tools. We started to formulate the purpose of the organization following the thought process of integrated reporting and what does it mean to be a purposeful business. We integrated a robust risk management framework, re-examined our sustainability agendas as part of the long-term vision and strategies going forward. Today, we are looking at the business in a more holistic manner. Not that it wasn't previously, but I would say it's very clear across different levels of the functions and people in the organization. As a CFO, we have to be the lens of each organization with a long-term vision to understand the significance of the reporting framework and the importance of integrated report as part of the journey to fulfilling such vision. And what more, we have to continuously seek for higher assurance on information presented to us that is gathered through thoughtful consideration than surface-based presentation. We have to be thinking about the future, have a mindset beyond numbers, but at the forefront of understanding value creation of the business and looking outward. We also have to consider all aspects of capitals from financial to multi-capital values, creating with a multi-stakeholder mindset. We constantly need to address the change in the environment, assess the new and emerging risks. We have to address the material sustainable development issues that influence long-term value creation, rooting in an understanding of key stakeholders or users' expectations to establish how business activities respond to these issues and expectations. We need to be wary and aware of business issues, especially during disruptive periods. What are the new working practices? Consider virtual and agile operating models to adapt to new norm. Overall, we have to address the impact to the finance and accounting function. What are the information and insights needed and preparing for future uncertainties? Integrated thinking is an ongoing process where it is part and parcel of the strategic planning process. Being in a lean organization, we have the benefits of transparent and exposure to top leaders' strategic directions, which we believe facilitates the development of integrated thinking amongst the middle management, who are essentially the key team members in the production of the integrated report. One notable change is that integrated thinking is being practiced in their duties instead of working in silos in their specific duty or functions. For example, where sustainability initiative is concerned, the various departments will now incorporate sustainability considerations and measurement in the implementation approaches, for example, in upgrading or asset enhancement initiatives. Where data analytics is concerned, the various departments collaborate to establish appropriate business metric tools to deep dive in customer data, spending patterns, which leads to building relational value. Our approach is also leading towards analyzing megatrends to provide greater insights in the business. For example, how is the business responding to needs, or are we measuring the wrong things? One of the highlights would be making reporting to users and being recognized to be an innovator in bringing process changes in the organization and to some extent the REIT industry in Malaysia. Our efforts have well been recognized and gained multiple achievements at both domestic and regional level. For example, the NACRA, the MIRA, the ASSET, for our work in corporate disclosure, communication and reporting. This recognition demonstrates our leadership in the Malaysian REIT industry space and has so far continuously motivated us to enhance our next execution to effect a report which contains valuable insights year on year. Another highlight of this journey would be fostering integrated thinking amongst employees in the organization through the process of understanding the importance of deployment of capital to value creations, which also lead to better appreciation of the connectivity between business, financial performance, risk management, sustainability, as well as managing the potential risks and opportunities that prevails. We are able to reach out to a wider group of stakeholders and address the key material factors affecting them and how the organization manages these material factors. It also enables us to build trust and credibility in our reporting. Unlike conventional annual report, which are predominantly historical information, integrated reporting communicates a fair amount of forward-looking discussions, which we believe they are crucial in gaining confidence and loyalty amongst investors and key stakeholders. It also revealing to us that stakeholders no longer just focus on the prevailing top 5 risks like financial risks, but now shift to ESG risk, trendline, change nature of value as examples. From the report preparation perspective, we grouped the various departments involved in the preparation of the integrated report and were guided with the 6 capitals, 7 guiding principles, and 8 content elements, particularly in demonstrating meaningful value creation the organization generates, addresses the risk management and its impact to the organization, which is very often very little being discussed. If we may share one advice, just start, because there will not be a day that you will be fully ready. Therefore, just get started, map out a 3 to 5 year roadmap, phase it out on a progressive manner. That also provides opportunities to enhance the report as you progress in this journey. Some key considerations would be adopt the great minds think alike factor. What are the important areas to be shared? Include non-financial information and focus on what analysts are looking forward. Identify meaningful value creation. What are the competitive advantages, the differentiation factors? Create holistic connectivity. How are the integrated reporting principles shared in each section? How is the story being told? And lastly, consider time and resources. How much effort we require in each phase year. As to whether accountants are well placed to champion integrated reporting, I believe this is possible with support from teams from other functions of the organization, leading to gathering of tangible and intangible data to have a more inclusive integrated report.